Stress. It shows up in the smallest moments and takes over everything. Maybe it's waking up already tense, shoulders tight before your feet even touch the floor. Maybe it's lying awake at night, replaying every conversation, every unfinished task, every worry about tomorrow. Maybe it's that sinking feeling when your phone buzzes, or the sudden wave of pressure when someone says, "We need to talk." Stress doesn't knock politely, it barges in, steals your peace, and sometimes feels impossible to shut off. But what if your mind could switch off stress instantly? Imagine that. The tightness in your chest eases, the knot in your stomach untangles, your thoughts stop racing like a train without brakes. Instead, you feel calm, steady, clear. Imagine flipping a switch in your brain and watching stress power down like a computer, shutting off, gone in seconds. What if that were possible? Now, before we explore that idea, let me pause for just a moment. If you've ever felt like stress runs your life more than you do, you're not alone and you're in the right place. Here, we explore impossible health questions and search for answers that are not only real but doable. So take a second to subscribe and tap the bell. Because stress may not disappear overnight, but what you'll learn here can help you reclaim your peace. One tool, one choice, one story at a time. Let's talk about stress the way it really feels, not the dictionary definition, but the daily experience. Stress is snapping at your kids or partner over nothing. Stress is eating chips in the kitchen, not because you're hungry, but because your nerves need something to chew on. Stress is staring at your computer screen, rereading the same email, but your brain feels like a frozen browser. Stress is both invisible and heavy, and during certain stages of life, juggling work, family, health, maybe even hormonal changes, it can feel like stress is no longer an occasional visitor, but a permanent roommate. So why does stress grip us so tightly? At its core, stress is survival. Thousands of years ago, stress was useful. It kept our ancestors alive when danger lurked. A rush of cortisol and adrenaline meant running faster, fighting harder, surviving another day. But the problem? Today, the threats aren't lions or bears. They're bills, emails, traffic, never-ending responsibilities. Our bodies don't know the difference. The stress response is still the same: heart pounding, muscles tightening, digestion shutting down, brain stuck on alert. It's like having a fire alarm that goes off every time someone lights a candle. And here's the kicker: when stress is constant, the body pays the price. Cortisol stays high, sleep suffers, weight creeps up, anxiety grows louder, relationships strain, energy crashes. Stress isn't just uncomfortable, it rewires the brain, reshapes the body, and slowly erodes the joy from life. But what if you could flip the switch? Not by ignoring stress, not by pretending it doesn't exist, but by training your body and your mind to calm down on command. Let's paint the picture. You're in traffic, running late, and the frustration builds. Instead of clenching the steering wheel, you pause. You take a slow breath in through your nose, hold for a moment, and then exhale longer than you inhaled. 3 breaths later, your heart slows, your shoulders drop, your mind clears. The situation didn't change, but your body did. That's the switch. Or imagine lying awake at 2 a.m., your thoughts racing. You place one hand on your chest, the other on your belly, and you focus on making your belly rise as you breathe slowly. Within minutes, your body responds. Muscles release, thoughts fade, and sleep quietly returns. That's the switch. This isn't magic, it's biology. The nervous system has 2 gears, fight or flight and rest digest. Most of us are stuck in fight or flight all day, but with the right tools, you can flip into calm, even in the middle of chaos. One of the fastest tools, breathwork. There are many patterns, but here's a favorite. Box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Repeat 4 times. Navy SEALs use this before missions. If it works in combat, it can work in traffic, at the office, or when your in-laws arrive unannounced. Another tool, grounding. When your thoughts spiral, look around and name 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste. It's a mental anchor, pulling you back into the present moment. Stress thrives on what if. Grounding thrives on what is. But let's go deeper, because instant tricks help. But daily rituals keep stress from owning you. And here's where nature steps in with quiet power. Teas, simple, ancient, overlooked. The right teas have compounds that calm the nervous system, balance mood, and gently turn down the body's stress response. Chamomile sweet, floral, gentle as one of the oldest remedies for anxiety. It calms muscles, softens the mind, and signals the body it's safe. Lemon balm, a bright, citrusy herb, has been shown to reduce restlessness and ease sleep. Lavender, not just for pillows, but in tea, lowers heart rate and soothes nerves. And passionflower, an unsung hero, supports GABA in the brain, the neurotransmitter that tells your mind to relax. Imagine creating a nightly ritual. Dim the lights, put away your phone, brew a cup of chamomile lavender tea, inhale the steam, sip slowly, breathe deeper. You're not just drinking tea, you're not just drinking tear, teaching your nervous system to switch gears. Over time, your body learns. This is when we rest, this is when we calm down. That's the real switch. But let's not ignore the body. Stress lives in the shoulders, the jaw, the stomach. Movement is medicine. A 10-minute walk after dinner, a few stretches before bed, a yoga session once a week. These don't erase your to-do list, but they release the tension trapped in your muscles. And when the body lets go, the mind follows. Food matters too. Ever notice how stress feels worse after coffee on an empty stomach? Or how sugar spikes your mood, only to crash it later? Blood sugar swings and caffeine overload make stress louder. The fix: steady meals with protein and fiber, water through the day, and caffeine kept 2 mornings. These aren't diet rules, they're stress rules. And let's talk about connection. Stress isolates, it whispers, "You're the only one who feels this way." But when you share your struggles, when you hear "me too," something shifts. Stress shrinks in the presence of empathy. That's why community matters. Friends, family, or even spaces like this channel. We weren't built to carry everything alone, so what if your mind could switch off stress instantly? It's not a fantasy, it's a skill. The more you practice, the faster the switch becomes. At first, it takes minutes, then seconds, until one day, in the middle of what used to break you, you find yourself calm, steady, clear. That's the power of retraining your nervous system. Now, before we close, remember this: subscribe and tap the bell. Because this channel is your reminder that impossible health questions often have simple, beautiful answers, and you don't want to miss the tools we'll share next. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out our exclusive ebook linked below. Inside, you'll find a detailed tea roadmap for stress relief: chamomile, lemon balm, lavender, and passionflower, all woven into daily rituals that actually work. You'll also find guidance on how to use food, breath, and movement to calm your system, plus a supplement tip designed to amplify the effects of these teas. Think of it as your personal guide to finally flipping the switch on stress. Because stress may always knock, but now, you'll have the power to turn it off.